People, hello, how are we? Hopefully we're all doing well. I'm Tom. Canelo versus Berlanga has been confirmed. It is set up September 13th? September. I can't remember off the top of my head, can't remember the exact date, but it is in and around September. That is a fight that is Puerto Rico, well, Mexico, because it's obviously you do Canelo Alvarez first. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, and it's bound to do good numbers. Any Canelo fight is, right? Any Canelo fight will do big numbers, and this will be no exception. But it's not the fight we wanted, and it's not the fight that Canelo should be taking. In my opinion, I think Canelo's better than this. Like I said, it's Puerto Rico and it's Mexico. It's going to do big numbers. It will do well, but Berlanga's not that guy. He's good. Look, he's good, and this is no disrespect to Berlanga, but Berlanga's done the right thing. Anyone that is offered the Canelo Alvarez fight should be taking the Canelo Alvarez fight, unless your name's Chris Eubank Jr. Apparently, for whatever reason, he didn't take it. That was a serious, genuine possibility, but it wasn't taken. But anybody, unless your name's Chris Eubank Jr. apparently, should take that fight. And Berlanga is no exception. He's taken the fight. You know, Canelo Alvarez fight, everyone puts their hand up. Everyone says, I will take that fight. And Eddie Hearn's done his job by getting him that fight. But he's not a top 168 guy. And I think we just need to face the facts now. Truth be told, we're not going to see Canelo Alvarez in there with a top 168 guy again. That's the fact of the matter. Truth be told, we're not going to see him in there with a top 168 guy again. That is the facts. That's what we've got to go off. He hasn't been in there probably 3 or 4 years with a top 168 guy. He's not fighting bums. I'm not saying he's fighting bums. He's not fighting bums. He's fighting good guys. Berlanga's a game opponent. He's a good guy. He really is. But he's not a top 168 guy. That's the truth. And I think the reason is, I think it goes back to the Bivol fight. He fought Bivol and he went into that fight as the favourite. A lot of people picked him for that. So much so, he was so much a favourite, in fact, that there was actually talk, and I don't know if you remember this, but I certainly do. I picked Bivol to win, right? And this is the reason why I remember this is because I was like, whoa, hang on a second. We're massively overlooking Bivol. But if you remember, there was actually talk of Canelo beating Bivol and then going on to fight Usyk. And I want to say it was like, there was a catch weight of like 1 pound over heavyweight or something like 201 pounds or something like that, that Canelo would fight Usyk at. That's how much a favourite he was. People were talking about him already fighting Usyk. And obviously, he lost to Bivol, right? And that's why I remember it so much, because I picked Bivol to win that. I was like, well, let's not overlook Bivol. He's a very good opponent. And at the time, I was thinking, we've not even seen their best. He just levels up, seemingly, easily, every time. And Bivol beat him, right? And since then, I think we've seen Canelo go, holy, okay, I'm beatable. I'm not that guy. I'm not the man. And he's the man, and he's that guy, but he's not, you know what I mean? He's not top dog. And I think because of that, we've seen him step back and go, do you know what? I'm going to take easier opponents. I still have a bit of a name, will still get me good money, still get me good numbers, but doesn't mean going in there with the top guys at 168. And I think that's why he's doing this. And like I said, I think they're similar ages. I think Berlanga's a good guy. I think he's good, and I think I just don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's at the stage where he can beat Canelo yet. And I think that's the fact of the matter. I think for that reason, I expect Canelo to win, obviously. I think Canelo will win. It's just he's not ready yet. He's not at that stage. But to give Canelo his dues, to give credit where credit's due, which I'm a big proponent of, I don't want to just come on here and slate people, obviously. The main thing I really like about Canelo, and I like a lot of things about Canelo, but the number one thing I like about Canelo is year in, year out, he will fight twice a year. And that's the main thing. He's an active fighter, and you can't deny it. He will fight, whether he's fighting top guys or just people in the mix or whatever it is. He's fighting 2 times a year. You know with Canelo you're getting 2 fights a year. And you can't say that with a lot of these top guys. You know, Errol Spence has gone walkabouts. Up until Saudi's involvement, the top heavyweights weren't fighting people. We haven't really seen Crawford all that much. You don't see it a lot nowadays, but with Canelo you do. He's a top guy, and he's fighting 2 times a year, and that's great. So in that aspect, he can do what he wants. He's given me years and years of entertainment. He's given me great fights relentlessly, and he's got a fantastic career. I'm absolutely not telling him what to do, obviously, but I'm just thankful he is fighting, because he will fight year in, year out, 2 times a year. And there's a lot to be said about that. But you let me know your thoughts and everything down below in the comment section, people. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works, people. Peace.